You understand? And I'm very certain you guys will go out there and you would make us proud. We will start taking some of your questions now. If you have questions, you can start raising your hands. I'll start calling you one after the other. Then, before I bring Mr. Oriyomi Kasali to round up the session, but for this panel discussion that we've just ended, I'll give you guys the opportunity to raise your hands now and ask questions. I'm sure some of you might have questions, and if you don't have, because I think every area was touched. Also, let me tell you guys that we actually have some courses on the website, which is like intensive revision, where we combined, we did like a combination of question and answer uh, for previous. It includes previous diets, and there was a diet where um, we did intensive revision question and answer. That course is available on our website. You can go to courses.icanonlinetutors.com. You will see intensive revision there. Let me show you where you can find it. So in case some of you that are interested, it's available for each level. And in case you are looking for that, you can make your purchase there. So let me just quickly show you that on the screen. But meanwhile, if you have questions, you can raise your hands. You can put it in the chat box, but it's better you raise your hands. I'm going to give priority to those that raise their hands that want to ask questions. So if you have questions about our services, also anything you have a question about, raise your hand. We would answer them. So I want to share. Okay, I want to show you guys the course. Share Windows. Okay, this is it. Okay, so if you can see my screen, yeah, if you come to categories, you can see I can intensive revision. So we have for foundation, we have for skills, we have for professional. So you can click on it, whatever level you are taking, whether sorry, that's not it. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so this is the one for foundation. Contains 10 lessons, contains 10 lessons, contains 12. This contains 24. So you can have a look at it. We have also for other levels too. You have also for the skills level. So if you come here, you go to skills. Yes, you can see intensive revision. This one has 11 lessons, 12 lessons. So what is compiled there is strictly revision questions and answer solution, in which the tutors give solution to different questions. In the Pathfinder, they explained it very well, deeply. So if you're interested, you can go to our website and make your purchase. Yes, that is it for that. So, what do I have? Okay, so any question? Let me check. Is there? Okay, I think there's Priest Obata. Priest Obata, you have the floor. You raised your hand.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Priest.
Okay, so I have a couple of questions here, which I will need a little clarification about them regarding exams. One is appendices, right? How do you incorporate that when you are making your reports after you have solved your question and you are asked to maybe make some comment or your report to maybe the board or whatever, how do you incorporate that in your answer? That's one. Question two. Now, workings. You are expected to answer questions and you are asked to show your workings. And knowing that sometimes you may say, okay, let me leave one page and start the working in another page. And at the end of the day, you find out that that one page you leave where you're supposed to probably present your financial position, that page wasn't enough. So for you, how do you advise students to do their working and still find a conducive space to present their financial position? Or do you advise students to show their workings first after the workings before they will now show the financial position after the last page of their working?
Okay, thank you, Priest, for that. Um, so okay, Mr. Oyomi Kasali, can you answer that? Although we addressed the issue of workings, but I think this is like another dimension to it. So, Mr. Oyomi Kasali, if you can answer that, I would appreciate. So he spoke about appendix, how do you make use of appendix, and also workings. I think appendix will relate to those people taking case studies. Yeah.
Exactly.
So then the workings also generally for all levels, I think workings and everything. How much space should they leave for those that are taking that are going to be showing their workings?
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Good afternoon, everyone. Apologies for my mistake. All right, concerning the question being asked by List, first and foremost, I really appreciate all the speakers, instructors, based on their valuable input that have been put out this morning. That I was fortunate to actually overhear most of them. However, if this can be followed, they have actually factored in the question as well. Specifically based on the case study, it is always advised that we said we had 6 steps to a case study, which we said the first one is actually the cover page, second is executive summary, the third is your introduction, fourth is requirement 1, fifth is requirement 2, and the 6th is appendices. And we also suggested some pages for each of these steps, in which we said that appendix should start from page 20 maximum, start from page 20, 21, so that you can actually have more spaces to write your report. So based on how to really do the appendixes, we always suggest that appendix should even come after the introduction has been perfected. That is, after doing our introduction, that is when you do your appendixes. And we also give some hints to these appendixes, where we say that if you are doing your appendixes, let's say that requirement 1 always and usually focus on financial statement analysis. So for the every financial statement analysis, you do your trend, you do your ratio, you do your common size based on the examiner's requirement. And we have to focus on the examiner's requirement. So irrespective of the one that we are doing, we give it that for, let's assume that you are doing trend of your income statement, which you call SOCI. You start from your revenue, then you stop at EBT, you leave the space and write the working capital item, which is usually inventory, receivables, cash and cash equivalent, and your payables. Then after that, you attempt the ratio as required and focused by the examiner. So that is actually the suggestion that is given. And to write our report based on the appendixes, we said that in writing the report, we actually give some guidelines to effective report writing as well. We expected each subheadings to actually have the title as suggested. which is actually in line with the examiner. Suppose I also have the opportunity to share the screen, which is even what Mr. Yedera has done. You will see that if you look at the examiner's comments, the examiner's report was like most of the students that attempted the case actually performed below expectation. However, the major pitfall is because students were not really answering the question according to examiner's requirement. The same thing the way it is in the case study. In fact, in the case study based on the one we even examined the last time, which is on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, the examiner even states that students need to master the report heading and sub-heading and write report appropriately using fast paces. So, in answering your question, just follow the guidelines that has already been given, which is you should familiarize yourself with this sub-heading. And we also gave a step that can actually assist and to get to it, you can actually approach your appendix, which we want, save your time, 2, make productivity, and 3, enable you to write effective report. However, time management and practice is actually the utmost for every subject of appendixes, report writing, and everything you study. Thank you so much. Practice.
Thank you so much, Mr. Thank you so much, Mr.
Yes.
Rikasali, for that. Yeah, so I want to believe that was answered. Okay, we have one more question. Comfort Oladosu. Go ahead, please. Comfort Oladosu.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much to all our tutors for this sensitization. It's a really helpful moment. Thank you so much. So my question is about the timing that Miss Ini mentioned, because I'm the type that I always love to have my wristwatch, but since they will not allow us to have our wristwatch in, I want to ask if where the clock will be put in the examination hall, if it's something that is very, very accessible to everyone um, without any difficulty in checking time. I mean, the work clock that will be given in the examination hall. It's something that is very, very accessible to everyone, regardless of the position where the candidates are seated. So that's just my question. Thank you.
Okay, so as regards where the clock will be placed, I don't think. Okay, let me just allow Missy need to. So, if you can help us answer the question because you have taken the exams recently. So
yeah, okay. Good afternoon. Hi, Comfort. So I had 2 experiences. My first time when they changed the rules and did that, my center was at Ikeja. I don't know that there's this there's one hotel there that they like using. There's one
airport hotel.
Airport hotel, yes. So what happened was that the way the place is situated, the clock was not in our own hall. And the problem, so what the invigilator in charge of my own hall was now doing was he'll be coming up every 30 minutes. You say, okay, after your time starts now, you have spent 30 minutes. You now be shouting 30 minutes more, 9:30, 10 o'clock. So it was coming every 30 minutes interval, which was quite distracting. So I just had to blank him out of my mind. And that's why I said you have to start practicing now by yourself. So the next diet now, we now had we were now put at Unilag. I think ICANN and Unilag were having issues or something. So they now returned us back to Unilag. So multipurpose hall has a clock. So in each of the halls there was a clock, so we could see the clock. So it was much better. So I don't know, depending on your own center and how merciful your invigilators there are. But that was what happened. So I hope that answers your question.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank
Yes,
you so
thank
much.
you, Mr. Please permit me to actually chip into that. The first time yeah. Hello.
Please kindly mute your mic. Who is that?
Okay. Eh, So the first time that I can first meet with you, the logistic wasn't really enough, and that is why most centers did not actually follow that mounting the clock at every what do you usually call it at every stage of the event. But immediately after that diet, at every stage, there's always a work clock for everybody to see. So I so much believe that I think irrespective of the center that are writing the exam, the work clock is visible to everyone there.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yami. So you said irrespective of the center, there will be work clock. So, but the thing is that you need to prepare your mind that you might not be able because I don't know, they can't put work clock on everybody's table, and so it will be at certain places which, if you are not so lucky, you might not be able to see where the clock is or see the clock. So prepare your mind. You need to know how to maximize your time even without seeing the clock. But don't panic. You don't have to panic. You just have to, if you do your work at the right pace, also you would be able to finish on time. That's why we always say start from the easiest. You start from the easiest questions that you are very familiar with. Then you move on to the other ones and everything. So Elijah, I would allow you to ask a question now. Victor Elijah.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody. I want to thank IoT for this opportunity. I really appreciate you guys. And my question is, sometimes when you have read, understand, like this mock exam that you had this morning. So some questions there that you don't even know where to start from. Understand? You have read and see if you have read and when you look at question and you see if you don't know anything. In that situation, what would you do, sir? Thank you, sir.
Okay, so you don't know if you don't know anything in all the questions, that's a big challenge, to be sincere. So you can't say you don't know all any of the questions out of all the questions that have been asked. So if at this point
Like some of them.
yeah, if you don't know some of them, that's fine. You don't have to know all the questions. So usually you are given options. So I don't know what level you are writing. So, but there are always options. If you are writing the skills, yeah. So,
Yes.
so if you are, for example, if you're writing skills now, you have option of 7 questions. The questions are divided into 3 sections. Section one is compulsory and has only 1 question. Question two has 3 questions, and to answer 2 out of those 3. And section three has 3 also, and you have to answer 2 out of those 3, making it a total of 5. So the question is, out of those 7 questions, which of course one is out of it, so remaining 6. Out of those 6, how many you can answer? So first highlight the ones you can answer, the ones that you are sure that you can answer. Highlight them, then rank them. Which one is the easiest for you, from the most easiest to the least easiest? Take rank them and start answering. You forget, for at that moment, forget about the ones that you think you don't know. Probably it could be just be exam tension that makes you feel that you don't know them. So just start with the ones that you are very sure of and take it, dust it off. Then come back to those ones that you think you don't know. Then read them. again and ensure that you understand the exam, what the examiner is asking. Then if I venture you maybe out of maybe you still have one or two questions that you think you don't even know 0%, think deeply. Think deeply and try and use maybe residual knowledge. You understand? But don't leave, like Mr. Wahab said, don't leave any question unanswered. Attempt every question. You understand? So sometimes what you require to even answer some questions is residual knowledge. So I gave an example earlier also that about in a certain diet, the I can ask about treasury single account, which was not in the syllabus. But of course, if you were aware of the things that were going on in the countries at that time, you will understand the benefits of treasury single accounts. You will also understand the demerits or the lapses of the treasury single account. And this was just what they were asking. So it's not something you that compulsorily you must have read it, but you would understand. You will know the reason. You will know that these are the benefits. These are the demerits of the system, and that was all. So that is it about that. So we will take another question now. Okay, I think that's the last question, which I believe everybody has been able to answer. So thank you all. Because of you guys have to go back to your meeting. Let's check the chat. Okay, who is that?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry to bother. I don't know if they can, help drop, the direction to center. Like my center is a VI now, but I don't have, how to get that. It can be dropped on chats on our WhatsApp chat.
You should use your Google Maps. We don't have directions to.
But I think they don't allow to take phone. We are not allowed to take phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Use your Google Map now to know the direction, and if possible, try and visit your center before the exam date. You understand? Those are the options that are available. There are over 50 centers across Nigeria alone, and of course we can't give you directions to all 50 centers. Even we ourselves, we don't know the directions to many of the centers because probably many of us here when we wrote the exams, there were just 2 centers in Lagos. So Unilag and Amu or Dolphin. I don't know how many there are probably more than 5 or 6 now in Lagos alone. So we don't really know the directions. Use Google Map. You can visit there. You can go to the center the day before and just know that this is my center and these are I should get there.
Okay, thank you. Then sir, I mentioned that the other time that you wanted to show where to put the exam number and the revision number, but I didn't later show that before the end of the meeting.
Okay, Mr. Washi, let's know if you have that details. If it doesn't have it yet, I think we might just send it to the WhatsApp groups. But if he has it, Mr. Washi, if you have it, you can share your screen with us. Mr. Ogushola Samson. Ogushola Samson.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, yes. I'm trying to make payments for my exam, the foundation level.
Okay.
And since I've registered, I think I paid 10K the first time. Then I paid for the exam 48 then. So now, when I try to link the payment on their website, it's showing me that I have a pending payment of 6.4 subscription and developmental levy. So I thought it was the 10K I paid earlier to cover that. For I just want to know if it is an extra cost or not.
That's the question. When did you pay that?
Okay. You mean the exam fee?
The subscription.
No, I've not paid subscription. I just need clarification about it.
Yeah, you need to pay your subscription before you register for your exams. It's a condition to register for your exams. You
So,
must, yeah, you must not have any outstanding subscription or development levy. Yeah, you have to pay.
Okay.
You have to clear that off before you can be able to register for your exams.
All right. Okay. So that means the 10K is for registration, right?
What 10K?
I paid 10,000 before, while I was registering. Yes, I think I paid 10,000 to
Yeah. That's student registration. That's for student registration. You must have gotten your registration number now.
Of course, I have everything.
So that's
I was just
that's for
surprised.
student registration.
All right, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Listen, God Donatos.
All right. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Okay. I really want to appreciate IoT for their support and their services so far. It has been wonderful. I actually sat for the exams last diet. I think during the course of my registration, I think IoT is very popular. And when I was trying to register in the process, I noticed that some of the questions that they were asked, like what tuition center do you attend and all of that. I think IoT was not coming up as an option. So I was kind of like wondering why, as popular as IoT. So I have to choose others. That's what I did. So I was now wondering, I said, why is IoT not popping up? I said, it just pop up on my mind. So let me just bring it to you guys.
Yeah.
So why IoT?
Yeah, thank you so much for that. So honestly, we even ourselves we are tired because we even share the same office building with ICANN, and I think it's more of an internal issue from their end. And so the person that was in charge of it before, we disturbed him for I think almost 2 years for them to rectify that, because we feel like students might think maybe when we say we are accredited, maybe truly we are not accredited because our name is not on that list. So, but if you go to list of accreditation now on the ICANN website, you will actually see ICANN online tutors, and I think maybe I can show you that quickly. But you said what? Yeah, it's on their website. I can quickly show you guys that. Because we've been on it for some times now. The person that was in charge now, he has been transferred to another department, and now we are dealing with another person again. But we are still on it anyways. We are not giving up on getting it done because we feel we should be on that list. We have lots of students. This diet alone, we have over 1,300 students that are enrolled for the professional level alone. And so how can we not be on that list? So it's quite embarrassing for us. We have our recognized tuition. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself if you are not. Please mute yourself, please. So we feel like we should be in that list because we have been given our certificate as a recognized tuition center. So we are still on it. We are hoping it will be rectified soon. So
I think I even have it, sir.
Yeah. So we are working on it. So if you come here now, yes, look at number 10. That is ICANN Online Tutors, IoT Academy. That's our email. This is our website. This is our phone number. And you can see it shows October 20.
You are muted, sir. You are muted.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know I was muted. So this is ICANN Online Tutors here with all our details, phone number, and we can see this is October 2025. That's when the current one valid till this date, which is next year. So, but we don't know why we have not been able to to be on that list. But we are still talking to the IT team. You go to this team, you go to that team. They've not been able to rectify it. We are still working on it. Another person has been in charge now because the person we were talking to before is no longer the person that is responsible. So we now have a new person, and we're trying to relate with that person also so that they can get this done. So with time, I know eventually we've been on it, I think almost 2 years now, trying to ask them to put it on their website, but it hasn't been done. There's not much we can do from our own end, but very soon we hope that it will be rectified. Anyways, we just hope it will be rectified. Thanks for that observation, Donatos. I really appreciate.
Thank
Ojo
you, sir.
Ojo Miguel. Ojo Abigail. Okay, so if you don't have any question to ask, you can put your hands down. Ugo Josephine.
Can you hear me, please? Abigail speaking.
Okay, Abigail, go ahead.
Good afternoon, sirs.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Sir, I appreciate the IoT team for their effort and services. In fact, Miss Ini spoke my mind because, like the mock exam, the one we had this morning, I spent over an hour for just one question, and I was like, this is not supposed to be. Because I remember in the last diet, I timed myself. The way I do it was that I usually time myself based on the mark. For instance, if question 1 carries 40 marks, it means that I have to spend like 40 minutes on each question. But for this particular, for instance, like the PM, it's quite challenging to spend just such kind of minutes on a particular question. So I'm grateful for the emphasis laid on time management. Now, I want to ask a question because for me, I intend writing 6 papers, but I noticed that I've not been able to even cover some materials. I prefer more on calculative aspects than the theoretical aspects. And each time I attend some classes, I usually doze off, even when I try on my own private because I downloaded some videos, listen to some of the lectures, but sometimes it's like I don't really get it. So I need an advice. What would you advise? Would you advise that I write all the 6 papers, or I should just leave out some while I concentrate more on others? Because it's not been easy for me reading for all 6 papers. Thank you, sirs.
Okay, so I would answer this question, and maybe if any of the other tutors have to anything to add, they can also add to it. I'll tell you, writing 6 papers is a lot. I won't lie to you, but it's not impossible. There are students that have taken all 6 and they've passed all 6 at once. So you need to be able to evaluate yourself and see your strengths. Can you actually take all 6 of them? And also, things like if this is your first attempt, things like maybe you want to shoot for the prize, to be a prize winner, are some of the things that you might want to consider also. So, like if you want to shoot, uh, be a prize winner, for example, you have to do, I think, a minimum of 3 papers, and it has to be your first attempt at that stage. So, taking maybe 3 now, 3 next diet might increase your chance of becoming a prize winner, which is not necessary. It's not necessary, but if that's your target, I believe like when you aim high, then even if you don't hit the how did they say, if you don't eat the stars, you eat the moon. I don't know how they really say that and everything. So also you need to consider factors like, am I working? Do I have a family? Do I have children to take care of? Think of other commitments. How prepared you think you are and everything. You need to evaluate yourself. We can't really tell you that take all 6, don't take all 6. it's a personal decision, but these are the factors that you need to consider. But you also mentioned one thing that struck me, and I wanted to say that because I also have a personal experience. I didn't like the theory courses too much, and I enjoyed the calculation courses just like you. I've also said, and it was so easy for me to pass all the calculation courses, but I now had challenges with the theory courses. So all the courses that I had referencing in ICANN, they were courses because I didn't really enjoy them. So the likes of, for example, the likes of audit, advanced audit, I had challenge with advanced audit and assurance because it wasn't much of calculation, it was theory, and I didn't enjoy reading those theory courses like that. So what I will advise you to do on that is that you must like those courses by force, so that you don't have the same experience that I had. You have to love them. But one thing you can do to make it easy for you is to summarize them. So eventually what I did was to just, like, I would read and I will just write out the points. So I had a book where I summarized everything in that study pack into one small book like this. You understand that? Oh, once I just see the points, I already know the explanation. Once I just see the points, once I just see the jottings, it just speaks. I will know the remaining things to write about it. It wasn't easy, even summarizing that book also, but summarizing it means that I didn't have to read it all over again every time. So I just had that notebook where I could even put in my back pocket, and anywhere I went, I could read it. But one thing I always tell you that it's even much easier now because you have videos. Yes, I know with the videos you said you will doze off, but of course, try and jot while listening to the videos. It makes it even much more interactive. And also, we've told our tutors, and I think we are going to implement this next diet. We've told them that stop just presenting your study pack or your lesson notes to students. Use the graphics tablets to write, because when you do that, when you write notes, when you use your graphics tablet to interact, the students are able to follow even much more better. So we're going to ensure that from next diet, this will be implemented by all the tutors also. So we've get everyone. I want to believe every tutor now has an interactive uh, a graphics tablet. So it doesn't matter whether it's calculation or theory, they have to make use of it. So that's it. So I don't know if any other person, Mr. Wiyomi or Mr. Yonda or Mr. Wahab, Mr. Oluwatosin or Ini. I don't know if you guys have anything to add to what I've said. So because time is running, we have just 10 minutes left. We have students that are taking exams by 2 p.m. So we have to end the session very soon. So Katrin Sanusi, you can unmute. So I think that will be the last question for this session. We have to end so that you guys can go and prepare for your mock. So that's going to be the last question. Katrin Sanusi, please go ahead.
Thank you so very much, sir. I want to really appreciate all the resource personnel for this program. It has been so interesting and educative. So much. Thank you so much, sir. The question I want to ask is just the opposite of what you have just been saying in relation to calculation and theoretical aspects. I was just wondering, all I've been learning all this while, apart from the elementary topics like infantry like exactly, let me say inventory, regression analysis, high and low. You understand the aspect I'm talking about, the elementary aspect. I would say I could understand them very well. But the other calculation, I don't know, it's as if I'm not with my brain again. I couldn't really assimilate when it is being taught in the class because we have wonderful teachers, we have wonderful lecturers. They have been taking us slowly, gradually, which I usually understand. But the problem I have is whenever I sit down to tackle the assignments or what have you, I always come short of how to apply all that I've been taught in those topics. It is only the theoretical one I can say I can read, I can memorize, I can assimilate, you understand? So I don't know what is happening to me. In fact, this exam is like I'm not prepared. I prepared to write it May. I couldn't. This time around, I'm falling out again because I couldn't attempt the calculation aspect, to my understanding. Then the other aspect I want to ask question on is on the calculator that has to do with natural. You were saying something about the one that has natural something on calculator, that whether we cannot come with a calculator with extra functions to the examination hall. So those are the two questions I want to ask questions on. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, so let me quickly answer that also. So as regards you're falling out when you try to do the calculation. I don't know what stage are you taking the foundation or the skills level?
Exactly, foundation. I'm a newcomer.
Oh,
I'm a first writer.
okay. So doesn't mean so as regards the calculation and everything, if you are trying to do your assignments and let's say you can't remember the steps and or the methods used by the tutors and everything, so easy. Just go back to the video, open it, look at the question that was solved in class, look at the question you are solving, follow the step one by one until you arrive at your answer. Now, it doesn't mean if you even if you did not get the answer, and it's possible that the question you are solving, the assignment question you are solving, is slightly different from what your tutors taught you in class. No problem. You just attempt. What your tutors want is that attempt. So whatever you feel that this is the way it should have been solved, after watching the video again, whatever you think this should have been done, this is how you should have answered the question, and you've done your own part and everything, just leave it that way and submit to your tutor. So your tutor will still solve the question in class, but that attempt is what will help you in understanding how to solve the question. And the only thing that will be left is where did you make a mistake, which your tutor can now pinpoint to you during the class, or you can always ask questions about it. That's just it. So also, I know students always feel reluctant to, they, or they always have this sense of preparedness. Like I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared enough. This thing, forget those things. You understand? You always have that feeling. You understand? You will always have it. I know that's why many of you will run away from the mock, because at the end you didn't score up to 50%. So you know, if I cannot score up to 50% in the real exams, that means, oh, I can't pass this exam. Is a lie. I can tell you, when I took mock as a student, I never scored up to 50% in any of my mock exams, but I will go ahead and still pass that exams. Because firstly, the mock exams were maybe tougher than the normal exams that we did. But I wasn't concerned about what I scored. For me, I wasn't concerned. These were also 3 weeks to exams. So I wasn't concerned about what I scored. I was concerned about what mistakes did I make? Or what did I think? Or maybe I thought I knew this particular topic, and now I've realized that, oh, I don't even know it. So quickly, I will look at the areas that I know that no, it's like I don't even know anything in this one. It's like these are the mistakes I'm making. So I was more focused on my weakness. I wasn't focused on let's say, oh, doing very well. Some people did very well. Sometimes when we did well, some people did excellently well. They went to the exam. I'm not saying don't do well in the. I'm not saying if you do well in the mock exam, also it means that you would not pass the exams. It shows that you are prepared. But what I'm telling you is that don't focus on the things that you got right during the mock exams. Focus on the things that you got wrong. The things you got right in exams shows that, oh, you have a good knowledge about this already. So now let's look, where are the areas you made mistake? Focus on those areas. That's why I'm begging you guys attempt, because I see a lot of you saying you're already asking for the solution to the mock questions. You're not even focused on, let me attempt the question. I say you're already asking. So people just want question, because I know people will say, people will take questions from different tuition houses and their solution, and they'll go and check them. That if this one comes out in, and this is what people will focus on 2 to 3 weeks exams, and say, hey, last diet, this question from this tuition house directly, one-on-one. Don't deceive yourself. Don't deceive yourself. It's not always the case. Sometimes it's the case, because this tuition houses, they 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 um they submit questions to ICANN, and if you are lucky, yes. I'm not saying don't look at those questions, but don't focus all your attention on, focus on knowing how to solve the questions, rather than you expecting a kind of sure prediction, or what do you guys call it? People that gamble will know what I'm talking about. So you're kind of looking for one sure prediction that, okay, if I take from this tuition house, they can set the question. I can just bring it straight, the same thing. They will not even change the figure, or even if they change the figure, you may be lucky, you may not be lucky. It's not always the case. This is ICANN. ICANN is full of surprises. Focus on knowing how to answer these questions than you waiting for some kind of sure prediction, you gathering questions from all the tuition houses in Nigeria. I hope you guys understand. So attempt the questions. You don't have to score. Nobody will know. That's why we have used an email. We're not asking you to submit your solution of the mock questions. We're not asking you to submit it to the WhatsApp group or to the personal WhatsApp of the tutors. I've said send it to the email. So nobody, only your tutor knows that this is your performance. You don't even have to put your name. Even you don't even have to put your name if you don't want. So just send it to the email. The tutor goes through it, notice that, oh, this is the areas you need. Even if you don't want it to be marked, you can put it in the email that you don't want it to be marked and everything. So, but during the process of the tutor giving feedback, it will tell you that, oh, you notice that students made these mistakes, they made that mistake, they made this mistake, they made that mistake, and it will tell you that this is what you should do instead, and you would know it then. So that's it. So as regards the calculator you mentioned about, yes, there are certain calculations that are not calculators rather that are not allowed. You're not allowed to bring in programmable calculator, and I think as we were chatting, they also said you can't bring the one that shows time also. So if your has a clock on it, you might not be allowed to bring in that kind of calculator. I'm not sure about the one of the clock, but I'm sure about the programmable one, because the world is advanced now. Some calculators are like Android mobile phone, where you can access PDFs and everything. So if you have, somebody mentioned of Popo in one of the groups yesterday, Popo is not allowed again. It's no longer allowed. So it's not about just being scientific. It must not be a programmable calculator. If you have found the one, it might be considered as exam malpractice, and that paper will be cancelled. or even your own exams. So also, Mr. Abdulwasi Yoda shared some links earlier on code of conduct and exam malpractice. So try and check the chat. It's still there. I would repost it. Yeah, I will repost it now. So you would make use of them. Yeah, so examination offenses and disciplinary measures. Okay, so I'm going to send them again. So please go through them. Go through them. So examination timetable and exam centers also. I'm going to post it now. Yeah. I'm going to post that now also. So please go through this. If you check your chat now, I've posted a link. I'm going to post two links. Yes, as regards the upcoming exams. So yeah. Okay, so somebody is asking what is the email to send the mock. So it will be sent to you. If you have not taken the mock, it will be sent to you at the end of your mock. I'm sure those of you that took the mock exams this morning, you got the email to submit to. So it will be sent to you that you should submit to this email when you are done. So yes, it will be sent to you. So that is it. I have to let you guys go now. It's 1:33. It has been an exciting session. Mr. Awiyomi Kasali, are you still with us? I doubt it. Okay. I think he has had to go. Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. Abdulwasi Yonda, for making it to the end. I can see you there. You really did fantastically well. I can't appreciate you enough. All of you that joined, I wish you all success. And those that couldn't make it also, I wish you all success. May God crown your little efforts with success. May this diet be your diet where you pass exceedingly, and where you would move to the next stage or the next phase in your life. And those of you in the professional level writing your final papers where you will become chartered accountants, may your efforts not be in vain. We are working on so many things behind to even make us better. Even when you qualify, we're working on different courses that can help you advance your career, different skills that you can learn. We're working on a new platform also for those of you that have been complaining about our platform. I think we're doing not badly with the current one, but yes, we're always there to even make ICANN online tutors even better. Okay, somebody is asking for the intensive revision link. Okay, I will share that also. I think I can share that. I can share that for each stage. So I will share for foundation skills and okay, so I'll just share that quickly. To find the intensive revision videos and skills. So it's a compilation of revision videos, mainly just focused on questions and answer. It's just focused on questions and answer, and it's a very good one. Students have used it in the past, and we have positive reviews from it. If you are able to enroll in it, you should have a look at it. No. Okay, somebody's asking, is Casio calculator allowed? Yes, Casio calculator is allowed. So far, it's not programmable. That's the it must not be programmable. It must not be the one you can store data on. You can store information on. You understand? It is allowed, but it does not become programmable. It does not be the one you can store information on. Then somebody is asking, can we download your videos from YouTube? No, you can download the videos on YouTube. The videos are only downloadable on our mobile app. Only on our mobile app. And that's for premium and standard plan subscribers. All right. So if you have further questions also, you can reach our admin at 07044576011. So if you have any feedback, if you have any reservation regards any tutor or anything, just reach out to us on that number on WhatsApp. We would reach out to you. Okay, somebody is asking, how can I change my center? Chat with us. Chat with us. I don't know exactly, but I know there's an email or something. But just chat with us. We will find a way and helping you. So somebody says, can we use pencil in taking questions during the exams? Mr. Yanda, what can you say about that?
Go to your bio now.
Well, I will ask you to be very careful in writing anything on your question paper. I think they only allow you to write maybe your exam on the question paper. Rather, I think they allow only exam number. Yes, they only allow our exam number. I will ask you to be very careful. Different examiners, they behave. You can't predict how they behave. So sticking to the rules is the best thing to do. For last Friday, the revision class is not pre-recorded. It was a live session that was done, I think maybe 2 days ago, but it's just focused on questions and answer. It's just focused on questions and answer. Somebody is asking, is there any incentive for your best I think the best wanted to write performing students. Yeah, there is. So if you become a prize winner, for example, depending on your stage, if for example you become a prize winner at foundation level, you won't pay tuition fee at skills level. So you have access to premium plan at skills level and you're not paying a dime. Yeah, you're not paying a dime. And the same thing for skills level. And so we had a prize winner, I think last year or so. Her name is Good Luck Oluchi. I think she wasn't able to make it. She was supposed to speak today also. So professional level tuition for free, absolutely free. She won tax. She won prize in tax. So if you win prize also, you get free tuition on premium plan, absolutely free. So for all levels, so if it's in the professional level, we would refund your tuition fee. We return your tuition fee that you paid to us for the courses that you paid for. No, you do not need attestation from a chartered accountant. The question is, do I need attestation from a chartered accountant after software registration for ICANN? No. Okay, so we have to go now. You don't need it. You only need it at the point of registration and when you get inducted, when you're about getting inducted. Yes, God bless IoT. Long live IoT. Thank you, Janet. I wish you all retentive memory, what you have learned. May you retain everything you have learned. May God guide you while you write your exams. I'm optimistic and I'll be praying for you that you will go out, write exams, pass them in flying colors. You will make mistakes. Make sure you get to the exam center early. Make sure you don't take your mobile devices. They do steal properties there in some centers. So be careful where you drop your bags. If you're not going with your own car or you don't have a friend's car to put your stuffs in, make sure that you keep your properties at home. They do steal people's properties because they won't allow you to go in with your phones or your bag or anything, and you might not even take it into the exam hall. That's it. For those of you who are writing at the first time, so be careful with your properties when you go out and everything. And if you don't know your exam center, you've never been there, you might want to go there if it's not so far from where you live. And if it's far from there and you can only go on the exam date, make sure you go early, please. Make sure you arrive at the exam early. And when you arrive at the exam early, locate your seats. Go and locate your seat where your seat is supposed to be. Don't be disorganized on the day of exams. Continue engaging with your studies. If you are able to get leave from work, take leave from work so that you can prepare adequately in the next 2 weeks. Very germane, very important. I can't thank you, all of you, enough, all the tutors that were present today, all the students. Thank you for making it to this live event. And yes, I wish you success. We will continue to engage with you guys. If you guys have any questions, continue to ask us. We are with you all the way. May God be with all of us. Thank you. God bless you all, and do have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. God bless you. God bless you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Continue with your mock exams.
Thank you. Bye.
So they drop the link now for us.
Bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye,
God
sir.
bless you all. Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye. Have a great day. Go for your mock. We have another course coming up by 2 p.m. Please attend. Engage with your studies. Watch the videos. Discuss with your mates. Engage in your studies. Ask questions.
Now, will they drop the virus link in our WhatsApp group now for the mock for FR?
Yes, they should drop it very soon. Maybe in a few minutes it should be dropped. Yeah. Yes, do something that will close.